So may I ask you a personal question? You started with a personal question. What are you searching? What do you want? What do you want?
We simply want to exist.
Huh? What do you want?
Happiness.
That's what I'm saying. You are not searching for happiness. Huh? You want happiness.
Yes.
What will give you happiness? You know what will give you happiness?
We can't
Yes, you know. Of course you know. You know what things will give you happiness. Don't you?
But they may not.
Unfortunately, they always don't.
All.
They don't always give you happiness. Sometimes they do. That is why you have faith in them. Basically, you don't want to lose what you have, what you know.
You have to lose what are you.
That is suffering. Suffering, you know. You are losing everything you have, there is nothing there. Huh? So, you can't get what you want. That's the crux of the problem.
People are trying to get what they want.
What they want. Sometimes they succeed.
Sometimes
They fail.
then there will be
The
pain.
law of averages. There is pain as long as you don't get what you want, there is pain. When you lose what you have, there is pain. So you are stuck with pain all the time, sorrow.
How to get rid of that?
You have invented something else called moksha, liberation, freedom. So since that doesn't exist except in the figment of your own imagination, not the imagination of somebody else, you will remain in the dukkha of all dukkha's. There is no end.
Moksha is
Moksha
only an imagination.
must go. The goal must go. The goal that traditions have placed before you, that's the thing that must go.
The concept about that moksha.
Yes,
It will
moksha,
go.
freedom, liberation, or happiness, or whatever you want it. That must go. Because it is that creates the
It
misery.
means there should not be any goal at all.
Why do you put it that way? There is goal, unfortunately. You should not have any goal. You are making a statement. The statement is not true. You have a goal.
It's just confusing. Here you say there is no goal. Now you say there is goal.
He has a goal. He has a goal.
Yeah, everyone will be having a goal.
Yes.
Is there any common goal?
Common goal is happiness.
Not moksha. Moksha is happiness.
Moksha also is a search for permanent happiness. If I had that, I would be permanently happy. I would be permanently happy.
It solves the problem.
Does it?
You are a greedy person. You want to be free from greed. How can you be free from greed?
He said that
Why are
happiness is
you?
moksha.
Huh?
Moksha means happiness. Permanent happiness. Is
Permanence. So since there is no such thing as permanence, you will never...
Once again contradicting.
Very serious.
Oh, should we or not? Should we not have a goal?
Why do you ask me that question? Do you or do you not have a goal?
No, at present
Do
we
you
have
or do you not have a goal? What is your goal? You have 10 different goals. Plus, you see, the goal of all goals. Moksha, liberation, freedom. These goals can be achieved, you know. It needs hard work, struggle. Probably you will succeed. This is something tangible. There, not at all, except you have some petty little experiences you experience. And those experiences are the result of the knowledge you have, what you read from the books, what others have told you. So that becomes a very important factor in your life. So anything you experience based on belief is an illusion. So you have nothing but illusions.
We are told that a person who is in trance or samadhi will be having permanent happiness.
That's what you are told.
Not told.
And you have a lot of people in this world who claim such things, but there is no basis for their claims. Yes, please.
I feel that I am burdened with the past knowledge and experience, and sometimes with the anxieties of the future. How to unburden them and live in the ever present?
Is there any such thing as the ever present? Have you ever questioned that? Have you ever tried to capture the present?
I'm questioning these days.
Yes. What you call present is only the past.
It becomes past immediately.
It is only the past. Not it becomes the past. Then if you say it becomes the past, then you are in trouble. That implies that there is some space between the two. Is there any such thing as the present? Leave alone the future. The present is the result of the past, is the past, not the result, is the past. So the future also is the past. So there is no future in that sense.
So both are illusions, present and the future.
Surely. What is there is only the past. So how can you unburden yourself from the past? Why has it become a burden? Because you want to free yourself from the past, which is not possible at all. I'm not talking of fatalism. Please don't get me wrong. We have unfortunately made a philosophy of fatalism. Is there a present? Is there a now? If there is, can you capture it? Can you experience it?
Are we living in the past all along?
All the time. Everything that is going on there is the past.
Tomorrow is also.
A projection of the past through what you call the present. So it is the past. It's the law of probabilities that tell you that there may be a tomorrow. I say maybe. And you are certain that there will be a tomorrow.
Sir, how to get rid of this, these illusions?
The how is the burden.
Yes.
Supposing I tell you this is how you can unburden yourself. So that is, you are adding additional burden to the past.
It may cancel the past.
How?
He will take.
There is nothing that you can do to free yourself from the burden of the past. Then only it ceases to be a burden. It is no longer a burden, no more a burden, because it's very valuable. The past helps you to function in this world very efficiently and very intelligently. Because we are pursuing something non-existing, and all of our energies are wasted in that direction, we are not able to tackle the problems that we are face to face now. Then there are no problems.
I realize that the past is useful, but in addition to that, an unnecessary clutter takes place, the chatter.
Yes.
Can't do a thing about that.
That's what I'm saying. Anything you do adds more and more to the burden.
Sir, then you mean to say that you should witness the whole drama, simply witnessing and keep quiet.
How are you going to do that? I have to ask questions if you are doing statements. I don't know what you mean. That's the reason why I'm asking questions. I want to understand what exactly you mean. Be a witness to the past. What does it mean?
We witness to the whole drama that's going on. The past.
Can you
It is all continuous past only.
listen, can you separate yourself from that?
We feel like I don't know.
Can you separate yourself and look at the past there? Are you different from the past? Huh? Is there anything other than the past there? Is there anything? Is it possible for you to separate from the past?
No problem.
No. So it is the hope that keeps you going. One day, through the help of somebody or through some miracle, you are going to free yourself from the past or separate yourself from the past. Not a chance. Because it is not possible now. So it must be possible now, if at all it is possible, to separate yourself from the past. Not tomorrow, not the day after. Why it is not possible for you to separate yourself from the past? If you succeed in separating yourself from the past, it is only through the knowledge of the past. It is the knowledge that separates you from what you call past. So it is one thing looking at another thing. It's a trick that it is playing with itself. And that gives you the illusion that one day you will be completely free from the past.
Suppose a person loses his memory.
Can't we drop those questions supposing you haven't lost your memory? All suppositions must be dropped. Otherwise there is no conversation is not possible. Supposing if I am free from the past, supposing I am free from the past. You are not free from the past. And if is a conditional clause, that condition will never be fulfilled.
Sir, you mentioned that the trick is taking place. And how is it taking place? What is the source of it? Why should it happen?
We are back again. We are back. How do you separate yourself from your feelings? There is a feeling there inside of you. Say, for example, the feeling of difficulty of understanding what I am talking about. For example, that's the feeling that is there now. You are not able to understand. You are trying to understand what I am saying. That's the feeling that I am talking about. How can you separate yourself from that feeling? You find it difficult to understand what I am talking. Why?
Again, I have to use the medium of thoughts only.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't find any other way.
So you see, it is the thought that has created that. And how can the same thought that creates the problem can solve the problem? It is the thought that has created the problem. It can only create problems. But can the very same thing which creates the problem free you from the problem?
Can a man exist without thinking?
As long as identify.
What do you use your thinking for? What is thinking? You want. You want something. So wanting is thinking. As long as there is want of any kind, it doesn't matter what it is, so long as there is thinking.
Wanting and also understanding.
No, you see, don't use another word. You want to understand yourself. You want to understand me,
Yes.
what I am saying. Let's take this specific example. How can you go about it? And what is the instrument which you are using? Thinking. What is the material which you are using? Your traditional background is the material which you are using in your thinking process. I don't know if I make myself clear. As long as you use the traditional stuff, so long you can't understand what I'm talking about. So you're always trying to fit this into that framework. If it doesn't, you reject it. Either you reject it or accept it. You reject it because it doesn't fit into that framework. You accept it because it fits into that framework. Or you rejecting or accepting. Or you have a suspended judgment on that, waiting game you are playing.
Let us, we can entertain at least.
If you want to entertain yourself, fine. That's a very honest statement. You want to entertain yourself. Then there is no problem. I am here for entertainment. If he is a good entertainer, he is entertaining me. It has simplified the problem. Reject or accept.
We can simply receive it as
No. That receiving also is either rejection or accept. Otherwise, this is going to destroy the whole thinking process there. You don't want that to happen.
every time a new opinion or idea comes, I may not identify with it.
Otherwise, how do you know that's an opinion? Or an idea?
Identification with an idea brings pleasure or pain, is it?
I'm not with you. Identification with an idea?
With some idea or some opinion.
Yes.
Maybe
Not necessarily identification with the idea of God is not a painful thing. Is it?
is there anything like that?
You're asking very big questions.
No, I want to know.
What do you think?
No, I don't know
What do
anything
you
about
think?
it.
Then why are you asking the question?
Because people
Curiosity, out of curiosity you are asking the question.
No, people say there is God, and some people
And some people say no.
No God.
And what is your position on this?
I want to know it.
What is your position on
People
this?
say there is God, I will.
No, what? Supposing I say there is no God, you will call me an atheist.
No.
Yeah?
I will think that you said that there is no God. I simply keep it.
I have not said that there is no God, have I?
No, if you say,
You say like that.
You say.
Yes,
Supposing I said that there is no God, where does that leave you?
I will be
In the same
Same
situation.
place.
Some fellow says yes, another fellow says no.
At the same place then also.
And what is your position in this matter? Do you
I
or do you
will
not?
simply
No, you can't. Do you or do you not believe in God?
I believe in God.
That's all right. That solves the problem.
No, I want your opinion.
What do you care for my opinion?
that's
You are
it.
not so sure.
Always he is answering for that point.
You are not so sure. You are not certain of that. That is why you are asking the question. Maybe he is
Yes,
not.
yes.
Maybe he is
Whenever
not.
there is a question, we will have to
It doesn't seem to be real. It's very tricky.
That fellow is very tricky.
Very tricky. So that's the reason why you are supposing I tell him no. Then perhaps it leave it.
He will also take your point of view also into consideration and try to formulate his opinion or come to some sort of conclusion.
He has already come
God.
He has already come to the conclusion.
Because we will have some conclusion.
He may have
Somebody cannot break it.
No, he may not
He
make
has
it, he
already
may mold
come-
it in different
He
way.
has already come to the conclusion that there is God.
You want some confirmation. Further confirmation.
We ask learned people only to confirm it.
Which I am not.
Not learned.
Only
Spiritual?
No,
No
I am
spiritual.
not.
Not spiritual.
Not spiritual. Then what else?
What are you?
Very good question.
I don't know.
We have them always thinking that we are spiritual.
You are misled by somebody. He must have told you. Somebody else.
No.
Who told you
It's
about me?
almost a lie. He says he doesn't know what he is.
No, people say you are an enlightened person. People
say. Because they
Yes.
have an idea of an enlightenment.
So we come to you to seek some clarifications, to modify our opinions if we are wrong or some such. So you are like a higher level of strata, level of thinking and other things.
I am not.
Your knowledge may be a little greater than
I
that
am
of
not.
ours.
You see, you have only a definition of an enlightenment. That's all. You want to fit me into that. It's
Not exactly fitment, sir. It's only a matter of
Or
opinion.
reject.
We seek some clarification, certain things. We may not understand the way it should be.
Who
known.
according to you is an enlightened man?
A person who has got,
Exactly, that's what I am saying.
We want to know who is an enlightened man.
Who is an enlightened man? You have a description in the Gita.
Again, you are taking them back. He's not answering.
You want me to write another Gita like that? That's a prajna or some
I
other
won't
one?
want anything to that.
Then what
There's enough better.
what do you want me to
It's
do?
not. They're asking.
I'm answering their questions all the time.
They're not satisfied.
How can I satisfy them? You don't want to.
Description of the Gita doesn't fit into the care.
Huh?
Description of Sutta Prajna.
Yes, all right, you should reject me and go away. Buddy, goodbye. Huh? Nice meeting you, nice spending some time with you. Good luck to you. Go.
But it is 50% is here.
50% you have created a problem.
Then do you think we have come for nothing?
It's a question which you should ask and answer yourself.
Other person who
You have already told me that you are here for entertainment.
Not in that sense.
I am satisfied.
No.
You
Not
are
in that
you are
sense.
the most honest person. I am
Not-
here only for entertainment.
No. I meant only receiving, not in that sense. Why am I here?
To entertain yourself, I am satisfied.
No, not in that sense.
That's, you said
Uh,
it's not quite right.
uh,
Why are you here?
I came here to know something.
Suddenly.
Huh? We are not getting anywhere. Not that I want to get anywhere, but we seem to be moving in circles. I'm a very frivolous man, not very serious. I don't give any discourses or any such thing. I ask questions because I want to understand you. So I have no answers to any one of your questions.
Sit. Yeah.
There is 50% absolutely refers to you. Other 50% refers to you. It says,
You don't be completely into that.
Sukeshu Vigatastpunaha, Vitaraga Bhayakrotaha,
I have to say
Sitadhir Mudavichyate.
Yes.
So he doesn't have an anger, doesn't have, that is called attachment, and bhaya is not there.
Anger?
Anger is not there.
What is the word necessary?
No, in the description.
In the description.
Yes.
Yes.
Such a man is a Sitapradna.
Yes, I have.
He would identify that with a dead body. Yesterday he was a dead, useless log, such as Pitta Prajna. It doesn't exist.
Yes.
That's what he says. So he doesn't want to be that.
He says, no. Yes, Sitapradna is something like a dead thing.
Dead thing.
An idol. Stone idol.
Yes. It's a stone idol.
Huh?
So the description that is given is of course stone idol. It is not
That's what you want to be. You don't want to be a living human being. You don't want to live. You don't want to be in contact, living contact with the things around you, with the persons around you. How can you be in a living contact with persons around you as long as you live in this world of ideas? You can't look at anything. You can't feel anything really. You don't see anything. You don't listen to anything. You don't even smell anything. It's all in the past. You are always living in that past. Not one living moment in your life. If you let that anger remain as anger, not as one who is angry, but anger itself, without any action or without any reaction, that will do the trick. All your books say that you must be free from anger, that you must control anger, that you must practice all that you see, your scriptures emphasize that, or some modern fancy stuff, you see, that you just be aware of anger. That's another gimmick. That's all. And yet you are never free from anger. Why? When are you going to be free from anger? When you are dead, there's not a chance. Next life, it's not worthwhile waiting for the next life if there is another life.
Then how can we be free from anger?
Why should you be free from anger?
Why? Answer one thing.
Freeing yourself from anger means you are a corpse. You are not a living person anymore.
How to be aware of that?
You can't be aware of anger. You can't separate yourself from anger. The moment you separate yourself from that anger, you will do all those things. Control, suppress, practice non-anger, or be aware of anger without identification, without condemnation, without justification, and all those phrases. So that means you are not doing anything with anger, are you? You are only thinking about anger, but not handling that at all.
What do you mean by the handling of anger?
You are thinking about anger.
Yes. Apart from that, how to handle it?
It is already gone. The anger is not there. You are thinking about something which is not there.
Residue.
That moment you were a living human being, when the anger was bursting in the inside of you, with a volcanic rage. And then you start thinking about it, that means you have moved away from anger. You are thinking about something which is not there. So what that anger can do to you, you have lost that opportunity. That is moksha.
That is ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತಗಳೆಲ್ಲ
Nobody has said that anger will lead you to moksha. They have said that anger will lead you to moksha.
Merely anger, anything, any incident.
Shringeri Ugrana Siddhartha. I was told that he was very, very angry.
It was the embodiment of anger.
He was using that as an instrument. I was told, I don't know exactly what.
What's a natural state?
Again, difference.
No, that's like
It's linked up with this.
Not to do anything about anger.
Is it natural?
It's natural.
Come
Anger is
come
natural.
Money.
Why are you asking me the question? No, I'm not trying to throw the question back at you. You think it is possible to be without ideas? That question is born out of an idea. It is possible or it is not possible.
You said because of the thoughts.
You live in a world of ideas. World of ideas. That is why you are not in living contact with anything. It's all the time. You are not in living contact with the feelings you have and the things around you and the people around you. Because of the images and because of the ideas you have about people. You have no direct contact with anybody and anything. So the question is it possible to be without ideas? No, it's not possible to be without ideas. Realize that it is not possible for you to be without ideas and thoughts, then they cease to be a burden. They are no longer a burden. They are there when there is a need for them, when there is a demand for them. When there is no need and when there is no demand, you don't know they are there or not there.
So then we respond according to the demands.
Yes, according to the demands. The demands, the situations in which you find yourself, bring out the things from you.
Then it becomes mechanical.
Yes, it's a mechanical thing. There are no self-initiated actions anymore. You are like a puppet. Somebody is not like an individual. The situations are pulling the strings. The events are happening and you don't manipulate them, you don't control them, you don't channel them according to your ideas so that you can have some profit out of it or gain something or be benefited.
Is it not possible to manipulate the situations?
You are all the time trying to manipulate, and that is why this manipulation is causing you pain and suffering. You can't really manipulate, you can't control the events that are happening. They are outside of you.
In spite of efforts.
In spite, effort is causing you pain.
Therefore, we shouldn't make any efforts.
You are making effort. Why do you say we shouldn't? You are making effort. That's all that I want you to understand. You are making effort. And how can you be without effort? How can you be in a state of effortlessness if there is any? Through effort. That is my question. You are making effort. Obviously, it is not an effortless state. You are using will. So obviously, that is not a state where there is no will. So you are using will, you are using effort to control and shape and channel and mold and direct the events that are happening over which you have no control.
This information is possible to use. We have a musician, he now discussing it before here. And I asked him to come here and we go 3:30.
It has been discussed in our conference regarding
mystical experiences without the belief in the presence of God. Without doubt.
How can there be any mystical experience
But there
outside the field of thought?
Not thought, I said God.
God is an idea.
Yes. No. There has been a controversy on this.
Any experiences you experience.
Mystical experience.
Yes, mystical experiences are not basically different from other experiences.
That's true. The belief would be different.
Yes, they are not, you see. So if you create a field of intensity in any particular experience, it is you who have given the intensity to it. But basically, all experiences are the same, whether they are the experience of the sex or the experience of happiness or the experience of unhappiness or what you call mystical experience. So you experience what you know. Otherwise, there can't be any experience at all. There is no such thing as a new experience at all. Without knowledge, you can't experience anything. That knowledge is not necessarily what you have gathered during the course of your life, but all the experiences of all those who lived before you are part of that consciousness. Suddenly, you feel an extraordinary feeling of ecstasy or a blissful state. That means somebody before you must have experienced that blissful state. Otherwise, you can't experience what you call a blissful state, or a blissful experience, or an ecstatic state of experience. So anything you experience there based upon belief is an illusion. Yes, anything you experience based on a belief is an illusion. So obviously you believe in God. I'm not saying you are. So whatever experience you have of God is an illusion. So all experiences within the field of thought are limited in their nature, and they are the products of the knowledge we have of God or whatever you want to call it. Can there be any experience without knowledge?
No, that's not.
That is not possible.
No, I was just leading to that question. The atheistic and theistic forms of religion.
But I think
experience.
I would like you to put things in very simple, basic English, not it is. I don't like to see the technical, philosophical terms. Then it becomes very difficult for us to carry on any conversation on a very simple level. I don't personally like to use any technical, philosophical or psychological terms. The very simple terms and basic English is enough for us to carry on this conversation and understand what we are talking about.
Of the Four Noble Truths would be a mystical experience.
Certainly. But do you mean to say that he experienced the fourfold or whatever you want, Four Noble Truths as an experience, or is that the efflorescence of his state of being? He abstracted them.
Yes.
He abstracted those eightfold, fourfold or whatever you want, Four Noble Truths of the state of his being. They were abstractions.
Realization. Realizing from his own being.
Yes, he abstracted them.
Because you do not want to make it the word realization.
Realization.
You don't want to make it the word realization.
What does that word realization mean? You realize what you want to realize.
To be one.
And some people call me a realized man. I really don't know what they mean. But my explanation or my answer to the question is very simple. I have realized for myself and myself that there is no self to realize. So that is the self-realization. It sounds like a definition, but you realize what you want to realize. So it falls within the field of your mystical experience. It is very difficult to talk with learned men. I'm a very simple person. I really don't know. Physical experience is worthless. But at the same time, it is an extraordinary experience because in the light of such experiences, you will be able to look at things differently, to feel things differently, and interpret things differently. That is how I think all these commentaries have come to be written by people. So to me, mystical experience isn't worth anything at all.
It is the intense experience.
It's one of degree. It's one of degree, but not of a different quality.
Quality, no.
Yes, if I use the word different quality, we are in trouble again because we think that there is another quality to that. It's an endless argumentation, and we build a graded structure of thought, a very complex structure of thought around that.
Will I ask a question?
Yes.
It's about the vision, the type of vision that we have tried to. You said it's 180 days.
What?
And
We
you
start.
said that you have selected so many places that you see things you see not as we normally see. You see in three dimensions.
You see, there is a physical scene. It's a physiological scene. I don't know how to put it easily. You never see anything except through thought. It is not possible for you to look at anything without thought. The thought interferes and translates and distorts the sensation. But if it were possible for you, I say it is possible for you, to look at things without the interference of thought. Because the perceptions are like, see, the lightnings, very quick, And the thought is a sound, it is always very slow. But the way you see the physical organism is functioning is something quite different. You see the eyes, you think that I have a very shifty eyes. Actually, I don't have shifty eyes. The eyes are moving constantly from one object, jump from one thing to the other. So this physical vision, without the interference of thought, has, you see, a three-dimensional effect, you see. It catches movement. The thought cannot catch the movement. Whereas the physical scene, the pure perception, has this capacity to capture the moment. That's why I use this simile. It is like the three-dimensional movie. Somebody throws something at you. You feel as if it is hitting you. So that is the way you look at things, because the thought is absent most of the time, except when there is a need for the thought to come into operation and to translate that particular sensation and tell you what it is. It is necessary only when you want to communicate something to somebody and tell you what it is and what it isn't. And I have answered your question.
Yesterday we were discussing about the non-distinction between waking and dream state.
Yes.
Just a leading question to the others also.
Yes. Are there three states in your consciousness: waking, sleeping, and dreaming?
I suppose I request my friends to participate.
Yes, I am ready. Somebody must help. What do you have to say? That is my question. What you have to say is more important than what your scriptures say. Because those statements are not valid to you, they may be true.
My own experience testifies to the fact I have these states of consciousness.
You have?
Yes.
What?
Normally accepted. So the waking that's there now, the dream that I remembered last night,
But
and something that I didn't
while,
remember.
do you know that you are dreaming while you are dreaming?
While I'm dreaming, it's as real as it is now.
No, you see, don't say it is real as it is now. You see, There is no division in your dreaming.
Do I
You are
notice
a
dream in the dream?
You are a participant. There, you are an actor in the dream. But do you at any time say to yourself in your dream that I am dreaming?
No.
Only when you are out of the dream, you say to yourself, I dreamed a dream. Good, bad, nightmare, or whatever is the
That's
nature
correct.
of your particular dream.
That's correct.
So in exactly the same way, when you assume that you are awake now, it's an assumption, it's a presumption. You cannot accept that statement. So in relationship to this so-called wakeful state, you say, I was asleep. So, can you say anything about sleep?
No.
You can only say,
I didn't know anything.
I slept like a log, I slept like a top, I slept very well, I had a disturbed night, disturbed sleep, and so on and so forth. Because you feel refreshed or not refreshed after you wake up. It's only an inferential statement that you make. But actually, are there three different states? I say there is only one state.
This may be referred to what you have just said, about the degrees of experience. One experience in different degrees, not three different states.
But are you awake? The absence of division in your consciousness into wakeful, dreaming and sleeping states that I am talking about. It's not a question of transcending these three states into a fourth state or a dimension, but there is no division in your consciousness at all, even while you are awake, let alone when you are asleep or dreaming. Because it is the thought that creates the division in your consciousness. So it is that makes you feel that you are awake, because you are able to recognize and name things. So it is the recognition and the naming of things that make you feel that you are awake.
All the external stimulations.
External or internal stimulations. So you are stimulated by things all the time, constantly. And you translate those stimuli within the framework of the knowledge you have of those things. So, I don't see that there are three states at all. But you don't know anything about sleep, you don't know anything about the dream except that you recall the dream, and you don't know anything about your so-called wakeful state.
No, I know that recognition and naming is taking place
It's
in this state.
constantly going on.
And I know that it was absent in my sleep.
No, you don't know.
The distinction that is made, not on the basis of qualitative distinctions of three different states, but the states have been mentioned because of the three different degrees of
Division, you say, I'm talking of not of degrees, but of division in your state in your consciousness. The three divisions, that you are awake, that you are asleep, that you are dreaming. So your argument is that this movement of thought was absent during your sleep.
Really, I cannot say anything about it.
You can't
More
say anything
precise.
about your sleep at all. Can you? You can't. Nobody can.
It disappears.
You say, yes, it
It
disappears.
is not to be discarded. Now you are correct. It disappears. You have put it correctly now. It is not to be discarded. Automatically it disappears. Yatra Veda, Aveda. So it is not to be discarded.
When is that going to happen?
In that state,
When, sir? In that state it is absent.
that's all.
పిచ్చి
And
కుదిరితే
because
పెళ్లి
in
కాదు
that-
పెళ్లి అయితే కానీ పిచ్చి కుదరదు. There is a saying.
What cannot happen?
Yes, but it translate that Telugu thing, పిచ్చి కుదిరితే కానీ.
ಮದುವೆ ಆಗೋ ತನಕ ಹುಚ್ಚು ಬಿಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹುಚ್ಚು ಬಿಡೋ ತನಕ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. But both the things cannot happen at the same time.
ಬಿಡೋಲ್ಲ, ನಿನಗೆ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಮದುವೆ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಹುಚ್ಚು ಬಿಡೋಲ್ಲ.
ಹುಚ್ಚು ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ.
The Shrutis don't say that you should accept what they say. They are
More interested in dealing with frustration rather than finding out what is it that is responsible for your frustration. Why is there this discontent? Why is there this despair?
Though we search for it, we can't find a solution. What is it you ask questions?
Yes, I can only ask questions. What
We also do the same
why
thing.
why you are in despair, if at all you are? You are not in despair. You have tremendous hope. Tremendous hope you have. That one day, through some miracle or through the help of somebody, you are going to achieve whatever you want to achieve or attain. If you are interested in material achievement, there are ways and means. Probably in this country it is difficult. It is terrific. Tremendously competitive in this country. You know? So the material achievements, there are ways and means. And there is somebody somewhere to help you. But what is it that you are trying to attain? What is it that you want? It must be very clear to you. Then how to go about fulfilling your want? What is it that you want? What is it that you are after? What do you want? These are the basic questions. Don't talk in vague general terms. There is discontent, despair. There is no despair. I don't see any despair. You are full of hope. Huh? Nobody is in despair. It's not even the existentialists, the philosophers. They have made a tremendous structure of philosophical thought. But they have never come to grips with the despair.
Still there is the question, even if you are not capable of realizing the nature of the question itself.
It's very essential because the answer is there in the question. The question is born out of the vague answer you have, otherwise there is no question. It is related to something else. I have no questions of any kind except the questions that I need to ask to function in this world. Why should you function in this world? Why should you communicate with others? That is irrelevant. I am part of this world. I have to communicate with you. I have to function in this world.
And then
It is necessary for me to function in this world.
how does the question come to an end?
What is, first of all, what is the question? All questions reduce themselves to one basic question. But that question is not your question. Is there any question which you can call your own? Is there any question? Is there any question which you can call your own, which nobody has asked before you? So it has to be your question.
No,
Not my question.
Huh?
See, when you say someone else's question, I don't get you. See, I feel something. I use words to express that.
Alright. What is, you can't express your feeling in words?
Yes, that's what I am saying.
You have the words there, you must be able to express your feeling. What is it?
See, I cannot grip it. See, I cannot sort of.
If you can't, how are you going to solve the problem for yourself?
That is the problem. What does it matter if somebody has asked a question and still the question is still relevant to me though?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking what is your question? Let alone your question.
So it has no relation to you.
It is totally unrelated to you, the question which you are trying to formulate. Like you see the mathematics teacher giving you problems, he knows the answers. So he creates the problem out of the answer. I know you know that, don't you? Huh? All your problems. They are born out of the solutions.
How about English? English, mathematical English.
Riddles. Yes, but are they really riddles? They are not riddles.
So that's when you stop seeking solutions, the question stops.
The question is related to
The solution.
to what you want to attain, achieve, accomplish. It's very simple. You don't want to look at that place. The solutions that you have for your problems are not the solutions. You don't question the solutions offered to us. Otherwise the problem cannot remain a problem. There has to be an answer to the question. Either that is not the answer or there is no answer to the question. The basic question I'm talking about, not the question as to how to get to this place, or what to get back to the house, how to get to the other side. That's how to solve this mathematical problem. How can I speak correct, good English? How to improve my language? That's not easy. There's somebody to help you there. But the basic question is the most important question. That's why I say you can't ask for something which you don't know. You know what you want. Vaguely. You know. There is, you see, the fear is here of losing what you had, not getting what you want.
Anyway, the question is
It reduces itself to that basic thing.
is haunting.
Not getting what you want. It doesn't matter what you want. Liberation, freedom is the ultimate thing. But in the worldly sense, there is a way of getting something. The fear of not getting what you want. The fear of losing what you have. It's always related to these two things. So what is it that you want? Hammer that question. What do you want? That's why I say wanting is thinking. Wanting is thinking. As long as there is a want, there is thinking. So to be able to think, you have to depend upon somebody else, some knowledge. Otherwise you can't think at all. I don't know if I make myself clear. So there is a dependence. You can't be yourself. So you need the material, the grist for your mill. So through same thing, you can't understand it. You think. You can't solve your problems. Mathematical problems, yes, technical problems.
Is there to discard the dependence totally?
Even that through thinking. How to be free from that? That's why you're all the time asking the question, how? The how creates the hope. Maybe there is something that you can do. Maybe there is somebody somewhere in this world who can help you. What is there to be free from, first of all? I don't know, I want to ask you again.
Burden of the past.
It is not a burden, if you think it is a burden, you will do everything possible to throw it off. You won't carry the burden with great, except you see religious people, suffering is the least. You get the reward. The more you suffer, the greater are the chances. So you torture yourself. Put the physical body to torture. That's the only thing. Sleep on nails. That's what you do. What the question is?
No, the question is very fundamental and very...
What is that question?
What do you want?
What do you want?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
What do you
That
want?
is the question. No?
You can't ask this unless you know what you want.
Yes.
That is why
Suppose
I say,
even if I say that we want a position where there is no wanting. But
what,
still
what do you
it is-
mean? You see, that's a want.
It is a want
You want
again.
to make the boss of your outfit there. That's all right. You have to step on the toes of everybody, climb on the shoulders of everybody, do everything possible. In this competitive world, that's the only way. And you don't teach, you see, non-ambition. That's ridiculous. Absurd. You are ambitious, you know. You are greedy. You are here because you are greedy. That's a fact. Don't tell that you are all practicing non-greed. You want something. That you think that this chap has something which you don't have. You come here. What is the relationship between us both here? You want what you think I have. What is that? Is it greed or is it not greed? How are you going to be free from that greed? Where are you going to be free from that greed? This is something you see which you should have. That is the culture in which we are brought up. There are certain ambitions which are spiritual, which are mental. So this greed is all right, but the other greeds, the greed for your neighbor's most beautiful daughter is something which is very good. So this is all. This is acceptable. But still it is greed. Huh?
Yes.
Then how can you be free from that greed, and how are you going to, and where are you going to be free from this? I am not saying that you should be free from greed. Not for one moment. You are a greedy person, as all the time say, on every level of your existence. Don't talk of that nonsense, non-greed. As long as you practice non-greed, you see, so long you remain greedy. That's a fact, whether you like it or not. I have nothing against greedy persons. Yeah?
The practice is greed.
Everything is greedy. You don't even know what I have. Huh? Yes. That's the strangest situation here. Because what he says fits into the image you have of that state, whatever state it is. You want. It's very clear as far as I am concerned, because I have nothing to give in you. There is no need for you to get anything from anybody. What I have is there. What separates you from me is wanting to get what I have.
How do you say you want what I have, you have?
Certainly.
How is it?
Is it not the same?
You say that, everything you say that, but we can't realize it.
What is it? Then you tell me, what is it that I have? No, I'm not trying to be
I can say
I'm not trying to be tricky.
No, I can say so many things which I don't have, which you have. But how do you say that what you have, I have?
Yes, I don't see, because nothing in there tells me that I am different from you.
That is common even in inanimate objects.
Huh?
What you said here.
There is no inanimate objects.
Stones.
There is no animated inanimate objects except the thought. It is the thought that tells you. You see, I always give this example of sensation of touch. Is it hard or soft?
Yes.
You tell me, is it? The sensation of touch doesn't tell you anything. Just a sensation.
It means that you identify yourself with it.
No, it is the thought that tells you that this is hard. If the thought is absent, the sensation doesn't say anything about it. Huh? That is why it says thought is matter. It is the thought that gives the materiality, substance and hardness to the soul. Eyes don't tell anything. The smell doesn't tell you anything, whether this is hard or soft.
Yes.
So the taste is so the thought separates you from what you are looking at. You have to be separated. So the thought has to separate the sensation from the contact, the object, and tells you that this is hard. This is the knowledge. See? If you don't do that, that means you are absent. I don't know if you see this very simple thing. You are not there. Now what are you? You are nothing but the knowledge. That this is hard, this is soft, that is white, that is green, that is blue, that is pink, that is red. I am happy, I am unhappy, I am joyous, I am this, I am that. That is all that is there. So don't talk of self, the lower self, the higher self, Atman, Paramatman, this, Brahman. All that is, you can skip it. That there is a soul. Where is that soul? Where is that self? Where is that self? You don't even ask that question. You take it for granted because the scriptures say, and that knowledge creates this. Whatever you see there is what the books say. That is all. You see the books, the descriptions from the books, and that is that creates the self there. Otherwise, there is no self there at all. The self is the knowledge about the things. Knowledge is all that is there. It is the knowledge that gives you experiences and tells you that this is soft, that is hard, this is that is that. You see, I am bored, I am happy, I am unhappy. You understand what I mean? So you do not want that knowledge to come to an end. You live in that world of knowledge. That means you are dead. You are not living, you are not in contact with anything. If you are in real living contact with an object, you don't know what it is. You don't know what you are looking at. You can sit and talk, observe and observe. Fancy stuff. And fantasize that you are something different from everybody else. You can memorize backwards and forwards. The subject is the object. Object is the subject. And then there is neither the object nor the subject. What are we talking? The observer is the observer. Don't listen, nauseating to listen to that. The observer is the observer. What happens? Everything is grown up. Everything finished. The observer is the observer. Otherwise, as you say, fantasy to live in, it's fine. New words, new places, new experiences. It's a dangerous thing to say. That's why I said, don't touch this at all. Don't play with this fire, it's going to burn. There is no proof against this fire. No fireproof gloves you can have.
Once you've become yourself, so there's no way
But
out.
this is armor is something
You
tremendous.
think that, yes. That is why you have built a tremendous armor around yourself. That's all. You don't want to be touched by anything. You are very safe, secure. Your only interest in the otherness is to be secure. Both here and there. The otherness comes. All this and heaven too. All this and heaven too.
See, at this stage, at least for you, it's not. I'm just reflecting, See, in me, there is something already there. And it's painful. Then I tell you I'm unhappy. I cannot help what is already there. And I just tell you I'm unhappy. It's painful.
Alright, but unhappiness is not something abstract.
Yes.
It is related to something.
But how can I know that?
What is it that has created unhappiness there? It is always related to something.
But see, what I cannot control.
No, don't bother to control. See, I want you to understand what is it that creates unhappiness there?
Failure somewhere. Failure to obtain something.
Yes, the fear of not getting what you want.
Or fear of losing something.
Or losing what you
Only
have.
that side.
What is it that you have? The only thing that you have there is the knowledge about the happiness and what gives you happiness, what takes away the happiness that you have. That's all, that is the knowledge. It is that gives you the experience. The knowledge that you are unhappy. No? You must tell me this, I am asking you questions because I don't understand.
It's not the knowledge that I'm unhappy that gives me happiness, it's something else that is happening.
What
in
is
my
it?
life.
What is it? That's what we are trying to find out. I want to find out what exactly you mean by this. I know, you see, why I am unhappy. Or what makes me happy, what gives me happy. And in this process I have discovered there is no such a thing as happiness at all. The pursuit of happiness makes you unhappy. There is no happiness at all. As people ask me, say, it's an idiotic question. Every man in that state must be eternally happy. What a ridiculous question it is. It's really a ridiculous question because I have no way of finding out whether I am happy or unhappy. See? So the moment I find myself in a state of happiness or unhappiness, I am in trouble. Happiness is a movement. All sensations are moving. You can't hold on to anything for long. You are interested in permanence. The demand for permanence is all that is there. There is no permanence there. You want to be permanently happy. How is it possible that happiness is going to destroy your nervous system? It is not something abstract, some emotion that is there. Neurologically, you are disturbed. The nervous system cannot stand happiness for long. That is why it has to go. Whether it is happiness or unhappiness, it doesn't matter what it is. The nervous system cannot take that. It is a protection for this living organism to be rid of all those sensations as quickly as possible. So it is your thinking that makes it difficult for the nervous system to throw out those sensations, to free itself from the burden of these sensations. They are all temporary. So it is not possible in the very nature of things to be permanently happy. There is no such thing as permanence at all. To be permanently in any state of your being. So there is no permanence at all. You can talk of impermanence and all the Vedantic phrases. I am not indulging in Vedantic terms. I am telling you it is physiologically impossible for you.
Because of the constant movement involved?
Yes, constant movement. It is moving. Something else is pushing that away. That is why it has destroyed the sensitivity of the senses. You invent the sensitivity of mind, or sensitivity of your feelings, or the sensitivity of this, that, or the other. Absolute gibberish. So it is that is destroying the sensitivity of the sensory perceptions.
Are you suggesting then that it's a stage beyond happiness and unhappiness?
No, there is nothing beyond that.
No, beyond both these states.
The absence of this duality.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not beyond.
All right.
The absence of this division, which says that this is happiness, that is...
You said that the nervous system wants to throw out anything against it, right?
Yes,
anything that is going to destroy it.
It cannot contain it for long.
Okay, then
that is why you... Yes?
Then why even psychologists say that this thought process is as a child...
They don't know a thing about that. They are only giving you speculations. They really don't know a thing.
Okay, leave them out.
Yes.
See, I have fear.
You can tell yourself. This is more valid, more important than what the books say. Whether they are religious books or books written by the world famous psychologists.
See, at certain circumstances, I have certain jabs of pain, fear, things happening in me. Okay, then why doesn't the nervous system or whatever intelligence that is operating in me see it?
You see, because it is choking you.
Choking me?
Yes, you see, you are trying to hold breath for long. It is not possible. You can try it for some time, and it is going to choke you to death. That is what is happening there.
No, I didn't understand.
See, you feel the pain because the suffering is there because you want to hold on to that. Or you want to be rid of that. Either this or the other. The only way you can do it is only to think about it. It is the thinking that has created the problem. It is the thinking that is blocking the flow of things. I don't know if I make myself. So the more you think about it, the more difficult it becomes. So through that thinking you cannot solve the problem. Because it is that is creating the problem.
So it has a way of its own.
Its own. It has a momentum of its own. It has a movement of its own. For centuries we have been told that you must be free from anger. Why should you be free from anger? What for? It is there for a moment, it is not there the next moment. What keeps it there is the thinking. The thought that you should be free from anger, or that you should control your anger, or that you should just be choicelessly aware of that anger. All that is nonsense. That is another gimmick you are playing. So you don't have to do a thing about it. It is going to do a marvelous thing to you, the anger. That is your redeemer, that is your savior. Anger is your savior, not peace, not love. You give it a chance and see what happens. It's going to burn the whole thing up, all that knowledge.
Do you think that you have a chance in giving
Not a chance, not a chance.
Not giving it.
No, not a chance.
No, the way in which you say
I can only put it that way. But you haven't got a chance. That is why I say you are not going to get this at all. It's not that I am a prophet or that I look deep down. There's nothing there to look at. See? So you ain't got a chance. That's why you are doomed. If anybody is promising you something, all right, you fall for that. Get on the merry-go-round for the rest of your life. But at the same time, it may sound as a paradox. You have 100% chance. And the secret. Need the carrot. 100% chance.
What does it mean?
I explained what I meant when I said 100%. It's just luck, you see. You can't do it. Sheer chance. Strange luck.
0 to 100%.
0 to 100. Probably you can mathematically calculate. I don't know. It's like those who want to. The casinos, they go there, they take the aid of the mathematicians, lots of probabilities. Even my friend James Brodsky, you see, he tried to break the bank he failed. He was certain he lost what his money he had. He gave up making $10,000. He was certain. He explained to me for 3 days. Oh,
You really thought he had done?
yes. Who? Brodsky, James Brodsky.
How much money did he lose?
$6,000.
How did he?
Casinos, they play the gambling. What do you call the roulette?
I don't know.
Yes, roulette. How many times you see the colors repeat and all that? You know, the computer machine, he worked so hard, he spent sleepless nights for 1 month and he came out. This is it. Not a chance, mister. Don't lose what you have. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. That's why he was forced to go to America and teach yoga. He didn't want to do it.
Reference on casino design.
Yeah, I haven't. This week?
No, the before.
What? What's
They
happening?
overheard this security arrangements of Jimmy Carter.
Yes.
It was in the same wavelengths and all. They picked up all those things. That's the thought.
I don't quite get it. I don't know. I just did not. What are you talking?
It's the casino de Paris.
Yes.
The people there, these dancers, and they had their own equipment. They picked up the security arrangements which they
I see.
of Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter's visit to Paris. Everybody knows. The Russians know every move. I'm talking exactly the same thing in modern terms.
People will write it down.
You had a rough time.
Both the companies got employment.
Questions. Friedman.
Yes.
He asked me.
Yes.
You see, what do you think of him? Referring to Nisargadatta.
Yeah.
I don't think anything of him at all, I said. He said, I don't know at all.
Yeah.
I don't know what his state is. Because I myself don't know what my state is. How can I say that? He is a realized man or not a realized man.
You said that.
I told you, this thought never enters into my consciousness. It tells me that I am a free man or I am this, I am that.
What did Nisargadatta Maharaj say?
Nisargadatta Maharaj said, you see, he has made it. Well, what is it that I have made?
He has made it means what?
He is a realized man.
How does he know?
Very good part.
This is 4 or 5 years back.
No, long time ago. 7, 8 years.
Or even 9 years ago, 8 years ago, 69 or 70. That is not his book, that is Friedman's book. Not his book, but it is a transcription of the tape recording.
Yeah, no, I said.
That's what he says.
What he says, he has put a lot of his own.
Oh, yes. He used to do the same thing with regard to the Maharshi.
Also, same thing. You find more of Krishnamurti's lingo there.
And Maharshi used to say, he knows the answers to the questions, he wants just that I should confirm it. Friedman, he was very Maharshi questions.
He was very keen to give publicity to the
Friedman ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ?
Yeah, there is something about me also in that book. Huh?
Not by name.
No, not by name.
No.
Referring to me.
That's why I asked you. I read that in the ashram last year.
He feels that I will stop talking.
No, they come with the second volume also. In 2 volumes. Making a lot of money. 40 rupees per volume. First volume, 30 rupees for the second volume.
He completed it before he died, I believe.
It's 2 years now since he's there. In March week, that's why. I and my wife were in Bombay. So,
Recently?
No, 2 years back. So when I wrote to him, he's one of my very close friends. I wrote to him. An English nurse looked before me and said, he's in a state of coma, he can't talk to you. Then I said, can I come and see him? Yes, come quickly, he may not survive, she said. Every time he went, he was dead.
Yes, whatever you find that because you see, you cannot mold the future. You know that the events of your life are happening outside of your control. You cannot control them. So wanting to control them, shape them, mold them according to your own ideas is really a painful thing. Otherwise, because you are disappointed. Because you are, yes, you can't. You hope one day it will come miracle. Or with the help of some holy man, you will get that the power to control events. It's a completely new thinking, new thought. Nearly about 99.9% had all these beliefs and etc. Now some other new thought, then God will say clash. Yes, bound to be. Going to be clash. Difficult for an ordinary man to understand. But even ordinary man is. Of course, ordinary man is ordinary. Exactly, do you mean by ordinary man? People are like you. I am the very, very, very ordinary. Not your prophet, but you think you are not ordinary. That's your problem. No, we are ordinary. From our sense, you may be ordinary. I don't want to create a problem for yourself. Otherwise, why would you be here? That's the good question. I'm asking, why are you here? We come back to the same time. Something must be wrong somewhere. You blame me. No, actually, I'm not blaming you. Maybe. I really feel for you. Otherwise, why would I talk? Tell me. Why would I? You would really want to go and ask us to go. Yes, go where they will change. Keep an anger, right? Yes. So why would I sit here and talk? It's not self-fulfillment for me. It's the same thing there, you know that. It's the same word, same question. Everything comes to the same. I can't be bored. How can I be bored? It's a fact to me, it's not a fact to you. It's a reality to me. It's not a reality to you. Boredom is a reality in life. There isn't anything that you can do to free yourself from your boredom. Nothing. You can't. You can't do anything.
So accept the misery as it is.
You can accept or you can't accept it. If you accept it,
no, it's not a question of accepting or not accepting. What you say does that once you go out from here.
As it is acting now.
It's still acting now.
What? Yeah. What way?
You are not doing any mistake. You say, at least you are sitting quietly.
The very fact that is happening is different.
That is better than this.
That is better than this. Sitting here quietly. You are not sitting here quietly.
Yes, quietly.
You are something, a lot of things are going on there. You are disturbed. You are doing more thinking than ever before.
Not peaceful.
Not peaceful. No? You are furiously thinking.
Outside will be busy with the things.
Yes, with other things. Why waste time? Look at this stand now. We try to figure out whether you can drive this thing is out that poetry. You can do that. Beautiful stand there, warm. Take a walk.
The light shining.
The light shining in the water. Some such thing is there. I have no poet in me, so very prosaic. Matter of fact. He must have told you wrong things about me.
Spoken word about you.
Otherwise,
Because there is nothing but
huh?
I have not spoken a word about you.
You brought him here.
I'm telling you plainly, you can ask.
You brought him here.
Because
I know that.
Dangerous.
The blame, I want to place the blame in your lap. The ball is in your court.
I take the credit. It's not a blame. Exactly.
He must have told you some funny things about it. It doesn't matter. If it helps, it doesn't seem to help.
I don't know, I'll have to hear how far it will go.
certainly to the extent that changing his way of thinking might.
Those
baskets.
I can't change this thinking. Huh? And you will think in a different way. What would it?
Of course.
You're the same
Again, same thing, coming back to saying.
You're the same thing. You think differently. Whether you think that way or this way, traditional way or non-traditional way, it's the same thing. You are no better than before.
So I'll not
Worse
bother
than
about what happens, I'll go on with whatever way is there.
Go on, that's what I'm saying, go on.
Without thinking either of the past or of the future.
Go on, as long as you feel good. Fine, yes, that's all that's important. But it's very nice meeting you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. And God be with you.
God be with you.
It's very good. It's a Spanish expression. Now we have to break for some time. If I have some headache,
Morning, 5:30 we start.
he started.
What was the intimate conversation between Brahmachariji and
No conversation between us there.
Silence.
silence?
What is it, Chinmaya?
Shinmudra.
Chinmudra.
My
That's
God.
all. Just sitting in Mudra. I was sitting in Jnana Mudra. That's all.
Chitram Bhattadaror Mure Gururiva. But you are not, you are older than him.
Yes, he has a lot of spiritual experience, more than so in that way he's much older.
He's a caveman.
Huh?
He's a caveman. Caveman.
Only tigers and lions remain in caves.
Caveman. Caveman.
And get well, and you're back from this house.
expenses you mentioned in the taken that
This is basically my son.
right now the purpose is there.
I will keep track of you.
Thank you.
So, okay.